What is up, guys? This is Charlie with Horrible Gamer.
水と緑に彩られた惑星ハイデリン。その豊かな星は母なるクリスタルの加護によって生きとし生けるすべてのものに永遠にも思える繁栄をもたらしていた。世界最大の大陸三大洲の西方に位置するは神々に愛されし地エオルゼア。クリスタルの恵みに彩られたこの地で人々は歴史という名の足跡を刻んできた。だが永遠に続くかと思われた繁栄の時代もやがて終焉を迎える。時に第六西暦1572年エオルゼア中央部カルテノー平原。大陸全土の支配を目論む北方の大国ガレマール帝国の軍勢とエオルゼア三都市同盟軍との間で壮絶な死闘が繰り広げられた。ガレマール帝国の仕掛けたメテオ計画により月の衛星ガラガブが大地へと落ち、その内部から出現した古の蛮神バハムートが世界を焼き尽くす。人はこれを第七霊祭と呼んだ。そして5年の歳月が流れた。エオルゼアの地は死に絶えていなかった。恐るべき最悪の爪痕残る世界にはたくましく生きる人々の姿があった。災いが呼び覚ました大いなる謎と危険が待ち受けるこの世界で、それでも人々は新たな歩みを始めている。神聖の時代第七西暦へと向かって、そして今日もまた新たな冒険者がエオルゼアの大地を踏みしめる。かの者の旅路に幸あれ。冒険者に母なるクリスタルの導きがあらんことを。
What is up, guys? My name is Charlie, and this is Horrible Gamers, and we are here with Heavensward, Final Fantasy XIV. This is a new expansion that just released, like, literally. So, yeah, okay, let's get started. This is my level 50 warrior, but we are not going to be playing with my level 50 warrior. We're going to create a new character. Okay. Alright, character creation. These are the these are the humans, basically. The hero is said to have first traveled to Eorzea from her surrounding continents and islands. Three great migratory waves later, they are now the most populous of all the civilized races. They exhibit a relatively modest physique, both in height and build, and are known for their peculiarly short, rounded ears. Ears are well suited for traveling long distances by foot, a trait thought to account for their swift proliferation. Their espousal of an eclectic variety of languages and traditions is a legacy of their diverse heritage, as is their resulting lack of a unified cultural identity. So yeah, these are basically the humans. You have the males and the females. Very good graphic models, very good detail. I mean, look at that. You can see the threads in the clothing. It's just awesome. Okay, anyway, moving on. Here are the Elezen. In former times, the Elezen were the sole inhabitants of Eorzea, claiming dominion over her. Traditionally, a nomadic people, the tall, slender Elezen believed the realm to be theirs by divine right. Unfortunately, this belief made the eventual appearance of the Hior in their multitudes akin to an invasion, and a long history of conflict ensued. Ultimately, the Elezen diverged into the two clans that exist today. The Wildwood Elezen took to the forest to protect their homeland, while the Duskwhite Elezen withdrew to caves and subterrane, opting instead to avoid all contact with any but their own. And just to show you guys, there are different types of Hior. Let's see if I confirm this. You'll have the Midlander. The Midlander clan comprises over half of the total population of Eorzea's Hiors. They have established themselves throughout every city in the realm and lead lives as diverse as their heritage. Trained in letters from infancy, the Midlanders are generally more educated than many of the other races and clans. Despite the fact that males tend to be slightly taller than females, there are no significant differences between the genders. And here you can see their attributes here. Go to the Highlander though. The Highlanders were the first of the Hior to reach Eorzea. Their name derives from their long tradition of building strongholds in the mountains. Compared to their Midland brethren, the Highlanders are noticeably larger in build. Of late, Highlanders have become an increasingly rare sight in Eorzea, their number represented almost exclusively by those who fled Alamigo after its fall, and now work in the desert city-state of Ul'dah as mercenaries and sellswords. Here's their ats right here. So that's the humans. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to say race and gender. Okay, the Elezen. You have the... Okay, so we've already read that, so we'll go to here. Okay, select the feature switch to change. Change the clan. You have the Wildwood. For hundreds of years, the Wildwood Elezen have lived in the relative safety of Eorzea's lush forests. With the formation of Eorzea's governments, however, many Wildwood ventured forth from the forest, drawn to the exhilarating cosmopolitanism of nearby Gridania. There is minimal dimorphism between the two genders, though males are generally considered to be milder and more chivalrous in demeanor. Among their Duskwhite brethren, Wildwood Elezen are referred to as Greens for their love of the forest. Here's their stats right here. And then you go to the Duskwhite. Centuries ago, a number of Elezen sought out a life of peace and seclusion in the depths of Eorzea's caves and caverns. Today, they are called the Duskwhite, though to their Wildwood cousins, they are known simply as the Greys, after their preference for darkness and stone. The cave-dwelling ways of the Duskwhite persists, with some among them turning to robbery and pillaging to survive, earning them the scorn of the woodland relatives. There are a few differences between the genders. Let's see. But Duskwhite females are often regarded as being the more passionate and unyielding of the two. And there's their stats right there. Sorry about my phone. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick. Okay, there we go. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and cancel that. Go back here. And here's the Lalafell. The Lalafell. A wee people, sporting short, rotund bodies, the Lalafell appear as no more than children of the eye to the eyes of most. Many of these nimble little folk hail from the islands of the South Seas, where they practice a simple agricultural lifestyle. It was not until the opening of maritime trade routes that the gradual migration of Lalafells to Eorzea began. Now, one of the most well-established races in the realm, Lalafells can be found in great numbers in nearly every city. Though Lalafellan culture places great emphasis on blood relations, individuals are known for getting along amicably with members of all races. And you'll see their clans. You have the Plainsfolk. From the flat landscapes to the Plainsfolk's home islands are where their Lalafellan clan takes its name. Their distinct hair coloration, a myriad of earthy and grassy tones, helps them to blend in well with their environment. Acting as an effective camouflage against would-be attackers, it was the similarity of Lenosia's grassy fields to those in their homeland which drew the first settlers to the island of Vilbrand, to what is now Limsa Lominsa. They are a clever and opportunistic people, and crafty with their words. The generally accepted view of Plainsfolk is that they are a vibrant lot, with a penchant for excessive conversation. Here's their stats here. The Dunesfolk. Perhaps the most unique characteristic of the Dunesfolk is their luminous eyes, a result of a glossy protective layer which covers the pupil, an evolutionary response to their homeland's glaring sunlight. Many individuals wear a small traditional gemstone on their forehead, a symbol of their zodiacal sign. They are adamant about scholasticism, placing the advancement of knowledge before all else. Other races tend to perceive male Dunesfolk as introverts who care more for books, business, and the prosperity of Ul'dah, a city-state built upon Dunesfolk ingenuity than the goings-on of the rest of the realm. And here are their stats. Each race has a very slight difference in their stats. Really, the stats don't really matter until about endgame anyway, no matter what race you choose. Just keep that in mind. Alright, next are the Makoti. The ancestors of the Makoti made their way to Eorzea during the Age of Endless Frost, traversing the frozen seas in pursuit of the wildlife upon which they subsisted. Adaptation to a hunting lifestyle has fashioned them with a keen sense of smell, powerful legs, and a tail which provides them with exceptional balance. Makoti are known to be very territorial, and many individuals tend to lead solitary lifestyles, particularly males. Alright, if you choose this, go to clan. You have the Seekers of the Sun. The self-proclaimed Seekers of the Sun are the Dirunal clan of the Makoti race. Their preference for the warm light of the day pervades all aspects of their culture, as is apparent in the devout reverence of Azima, the Warden, Keeper of the Sun, and Goddess of Inquiry. They are perhaps known best for their striking eyes, the result of their vertically aligned pupils and faintly colored irises. It is also not uncommon for their eyes to be disparately colored from birth, a trait considered auspicious amongst their kind. Seeker tribes can be found throughout Eorzea, with large concentrations appearing near Limsa Lominsa and the Sigoli Desert. Here are their stats, and then we'll go to the Keepers of the Moon. The Nocturnal among the Makoti have dubbed themselves the Keepers of the Moon. Shine from the garish light of day, they revel in the shroud of night, with most offering their piety to Memphina, the lover, goddess of the moon. They are distinguishable from their Dirunal cousins by their darker fur, larger ears, rounder eyes, and more pronounced canines, and longer, skinnier tails. The ritual application of war paint to the face is still regularly practiced, as it is believed the vivid colors grant lunar powers. After a great many summers of conflict, with the people of Gridania, the Keepers have finally made amends with the people of the Sylvan City-State, with some even choosing to make their homes there. And there's their stats. So if we back up, let's go back to race and gender, and we'll go to the Rogaiden. The Rogaiden, known for their brawny builds and piercing eyes, the Rogaiden are the largest and most rugged of Eorzea's races. The majority of the realm's Rogaiden belong to the Sea Wolf clan, a maritime people who earn their keep on or by the sea, be it as sailors, fishermen, or pirates. Comparatively fewer in number are the Hellsguard, who are known for their more earnest demeanors and can be often found working as bodyguards and smithies. And you'll see the Hellsguard coming up in a minute. So here's the Sea Wolves. Long ago, no vessel or coastal village was safe from the fury of the Sea Wolves and their maritime brand of brutality. The mere mention of the clan was enough to strike fear into the hearts of any who drew their livelihood from the sea. The sea wolves originally hail from the islands of the far North Seas, where they still subsist as fishermen and women. It was not until the large-scale deployment of Limzilla Menza's armada that the sea wolves' appetite for piracy diminished. Now it is not uncommon to see them employed as sailors or naval mercenaries on all manner of vessels. However, they have never forgotten the ways of their homeland, and still use the ancient Rogaidan language in their names. And there is their stats. And then we go to the Hellsguard. The Hellsguard of the Rogaidan clan, with body and mind tempered by the unforgiving heat of the volcanic regions they inhabit. Believing these mountains of flame to be gates to the underworld, their line has for centuries stood vigil to prevent the passage of souls back to the realm of the living. As the harsh environs of their homelands produce little sustenance, the second and third born are often sent forth from their mountain villages, with many and more making their way to the great cities. It is there that their sheer girth and steely demeanors place them in high demand as soldiers and sellswords, allowing the young of even the largest families to surpass their elder siblings in prosperity. There's their stats. And last but not least, the Ara, which is what we will be. Ara, the curved horns and beautifully patterned scales that characterize the Ara, oft give rise to speculation that members of this Hyur-like race, native to the far eastern continent of Orthard are, in fact, the progeny of dragons. This, however, has long been disputed, with scholars citing several distinct differences in the two races as evidence of decidedly dissimilar roots. The first and foremost being the enhanced hearing and spatial recognition granted by the Ara's cranial projections, traits not attributed to draconian horns, and the second being the gross disproportion in body mass between Ori males and females, again a trait widely unseen in dragons. Alright, and you have the clans, you have the Rhine. Ori creation myth tells of a dawn father and a dusk mother, from whom all Ara are descended. The Rhine believe their veins to run thick with the blood of the former, their brilliant white scales and iron wills serving as proof of their divine lineage, unlike their sister clan, the Zayla, who bloody the land with endless tribal conflict. The Rhine have embraced a life of tranquility and solitude, long abandoning the nomadic lifestyle of their ancestors to settle the deep valleys of Orthard's mountainous eastern reaches. Only on rare occasions will one emerge from the valley mists to seek adventure in realms afar. And there's their stats. I believe this is the one we are going to be, because we are going to be creating an archer this time around. And next is the Zayla. Ori creation myth tells of a dawn father and a dusk mother, from whom all races descended. The Zayla believe their veins to run thick with the blood of the latter. Their lustrous black scales and fiery wills serving as proof of this divine lineage. Unlike their sister clan, the Rhine, who lead solitary lives hidden behind the savage peaks of Orthard's eastern reaches, the Zayla are free spirits who roam the vast western steppe in close-knit tribes, hunting, gathering, and warring as their ancestors have for countless generations. Alright, so we are going to be the Rhine. Now that you've seen all the stats and see where we're going to go ahead and let's do a unique stance. Wow, that was kind of lame. There we go. Alright, let's see what the small clothes look like. Okay, oh god, no. Okay. Alright. And let's go ahead and change to the mountainous regions so we can see what he looks like in his hometown areas. Oh look, old Doe back there. Okay, anyway, moving on. We're going to confirm this. And when we come back, we will create our new character. Alright, thanks for joining and hope to see you in the next part.